Hi, my name is Luca Prandelli and I'm fourth generation with Mepra. And today we are here to talk about our flatware. In particular, I would like to explain you what makes our flatware different and why our flatware is not just flatware, but it's professional flatware. What makes our flatware different is the quality of our flatware and how we pay a lot of attention in all the small details that drive the quality of flatware. When you talk about quality of a flatware, the first things that come to your mind are the quality of the raw material and the thickness of the raw material. Of course, we only use the best quality 1810 stainless steel, and we use high thickness stainless steel to produce our flatware. But you may be surprised to know that the process is more important than the raw material itself. In fact, in all the production steps, we have the goal of obtaining the best possible quality. First of all our pieces of flatware, forks and spoons go through an extra step in production, which is called the rolling, where we apply a very high pressure up to 300 tons. What the rolling does is to make the upper part of the forks and the spoons thinner and harder, and by doing that you obtain two things. First of all, you get a better balance of the forks and the spoons, so they're not too heavy on the upper part. And second, you make the upper part harder to bend and more scratch resistant. Then, also when we mold the flatware, we apply a very high pressure, over 60 tons of pressure. By doing that, again, we make the stainless steel denser and therefore more scratch resistant and more resistant to bending. Applying more pressure means that the pieces have to stay in the machine for a longer time. And of course, we could take a shortcut by applying less pressure and increasing our production capability. But by doing that, we would reduce the cost, but also reduce the quality. And Mepra never want to sacrifice quality. All this is to explain that you can start from the same quality of raw material, but obtaining two completely different products, just by the way you mold it and the amount of pressure that you apply to the products. Another very important thing that drive the quality is the quality of the polishing. We don't just polish the flatware on the upper and bottom side, but we also pay a lot of attention in polishing the sides of the forks and the spoons and inside the prongs. This allows to have a very smooth piece in your hands and your mouth, and also doesn't get the food to stuck into the edges of the pieces. When we talk about the knife, something very important is the hardening that we do on the knife. We don't harden just the blade, but we harden the whole piece. And that makes the knife more resistant also to corrosion and more durable. Also, very important is the blade of the knife. When we do the serration, we do what we call a double serration. Double serration means that you can see the teeth of the knife, not only from one side, but from both sides. So when you're cutting your steak, you don't have a dull blade and a sharp blade that at the same time touch the meat, but you have a fully serrated blade that will cut perfectly through your meat. We love to sell steak knives, but with our table knife, you actually wouldn't need a steak knife because they are so sharp that a steak knife is not needed. And last but not least, all our products goes through a visual inspection before to go to the warehouse. Quality control for Mepra is not statistical. 100% of the pieces are inspected by an operator before to be packed and before to get to your table.